and show me the way. Hey, come baby, show me the way. Come and show me the way. You know you wanna show me the way. No more playing games. Hey, come baby, show me the way. Come on, demonstrate. You know you wanna show me the way. Ah, yeah. Stroke, she a grab baby on. Bounce on my body, she a wine for me on. No time to leave, no say bye to me, no. Real bad man, me a love and a body. The body make her never say she love me not. Real dog kill from my brother, me a roger that. It's not war, if it's war, me a bringing that. Lady, show me the way, cause you're bad. Ah, need you go bounce, cause you bad. One time if you really hustle for the green. 2 times if you're taking 1 for the team. New level, new teas. Boot time we are make cream. Yeah. Show me the way. Hey, come baby, show me the way. Come and show me the way. You know you wanna show me the way. No more playing games. Hey, come baby, show me the way. Come on, demonstrate. You know you wanna show me the way. Ah, yeah. Show me the way. Baby, show me the way. Vibe on replay. Replay every day. Kuna moja tu. Wapi ya santi. Let's go auntie. Let's go for auntie.
Just killed it.
You made the decision to play Thiago. Klopp doesn't change the system since Luvac left. You don't want to change from the 4-3.
Rookie error. I'm muted and you guys can't even see me. Jesus. What's going on, people? We're back again on the Jerry James Show for another preview, this time in the form of Brentford versus Liverpool, 12:30 kickoff on Saturday. Listen, it's got the potential to be a banana skin. You know, Thomas Frank, do you know what I mean? Is he auditioning for that Liverpool role? We got Toney. Is he auditioning for Liverpool? Will Liverpool go in for him in the summer? Do you know what I mean? He's looking to go and get a move. He's got something to prove. You got Johan Wissa that turns, do you know what I mean, from Johan Wissa to Johan Cruyff ever anytime he goes and plays against Liverpool. We've seen Mbeumo in the past bully Konate and really cause a lot of problems. And it's a ground that we have not won at for a while. So, you know, I'm looking at this game and it's going to be a banana skin. But we're going to get into the nooks and crannies of the game. We're going to discuss it. We're going to talk about, obviously, the op review. We're going to discuss the ops, which are obviously Brentford. Talk about our injury crisis. And we kind of know about it because we spoke about it earlier today on the Reds Roundup. And, of course, get into the lineup predictions and so. But before I do that, I need to, before I even get into the stats, right? Because we always do the Jerry Knows Bets where I give you the stats and give you the lowdown if you're a betting person and if you're looking to know the intricate stats of the game. Need to get to you guys first, man. So first in the building, we got keep it real in the building was first in, saying big up, smash the like. We got Ends in the building as well. We got James Doherty in the building saying evening to yourself. We've got Bobby Munchkins in the building as well saying 13th person to like the channel. Big up, people. Big up to yourself. We've got LFC Aaron in the building also. Ernie Coppite in the building. We've got Alexander Day Loss also. We've got LFC Aaron saying, like the video before Jerry gets on my case. Facts. You know what to do already. So, guys, as you know, anytime you see my face in this grid, in this illuminated grid, or on any channel for that fact, make sure you are smashing the like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't worry. Watch the video. If you enjoy the content, subscribe at the end. You don't need to do it right now. But like the video and comment and engage with me today. And without further ado, we know how we always start. We get involved and we get the stats up, and I go in, obviously, collect all the stats in regards to the game, and then we can go from there. And then let's get into it, man. The home side have never lost a Premier League meeting between Brentford and Liverpool, winning 4 and drawing 1, with the Bees winning this exact fixture 3-1 last season. Again, tricky game. We have not won at the community, at the Bees Community Stadium, whatever, the Brentford Community Stadium, since they've come into the Premier League, and that's a massive ask for Liverpool. Are they our bogey team? Seemingly so. With the arrival of Toney as well. Now, we know when Bremer's injured. We know Johan Wissa's obviously come back from his AFCON exploits with Congo. How difficult will this fixture be, and how important and how mentally taxing will this result? Will a result have on this Liverpool team, whether that's a positive or a negative one? Please let me know in the comments as well. Liverpool have scored and conceded in all 7 of their away league games. Games against Brentford, they lost 3-1 last season, but have never lost consecutive such visits to the Bees before. That's something to obviously take into consideration. Apologies. Brentford have lost 4 of their last 6 home Premier League matches, as many as they had in their previous 30 such home games, a combined winning 15, drawing 11, and losing 4. So a really good home record, but they haven't been in the best of form. Liverpool have 15 more points at this stage of the Premier League season, 54, than they had after 24 games last season, which was 39. On 3 of the last 4 occasions in the top flight, they've had 54 plus points after 24 games. They have finished second in 1990 and 1991, at 2018 and 19, and 21-22. The other was 19-20 when they had 70 and won the league. Keep that in mind. This season, we are doing well, regardless of what people want to think. Brentford have lost their last 2 matches in the Premier League after scoring first. 2-1 against Aston Villa after scoring first, and 3-1 against Man City after scoring first. They had only lost 1 of their first 25 home games when scoring first in the competition beforehand, winning 17 and drawing 7. Liverpool have won just 2 of their last 8 Premier League away games in London, drawing 3 and losing 3. Indeed, both of their last league defeats this season have come in the capital versus Spurs in September and Arsenal in February. We know about the Arsenal game and we know about the Spurs game. We're not really going to get into that. As of the night before this game, February 16th, Liverpool will have spent every night since Boxing Day on top of the Premier League, 53 nights in a row. That's exactly as many nights as they spent top of the table from the start of the 2020 to 2021 season up to Christmas 2023. Since Ivan Toney's first Premier League appearance this season on the January the 20th, only 3 players have scored more goals in the division than he does, 3 in 4 games. Liverpool are, however, one of 4 teams he faced without scoring against in the competition. 3 games, 7 shots, 1 shot on target. Very interesting to see that. You know, Brentford always do well against Liverpool. He's played well against Liverpool, but he's actually failed to score against Liverpool. So maybe that's something to take into consideration if you're putting a bet. Toney maybe not to score against Liverpool. Maybe that's the route to go down. Hey, you can make a bit of money on that. Brentford's Neil Maupay has been directly involved in exactly 1 goal in each of his 6 home Premier League starts for Brentford, 4 goals and 2 assists. In Premier League history, only 2 players have scored or assisted in their first 7 home starts for a club. Alan Shearer for Newcastle, first 15, and Alvaro Negredo for Man City, first 7. Again, we're talking about, obviously, a player that, do you know what I mean? He's a bit of a handful. He's been in fantastic form, scored a really good goal against Man City. Great, obviously, play by, obviously, Toney. And he's someone that can cause a lot of problems, that can get in your ear. And he's a very uncomfortable forward to play with. And that's actually quite decent. Didn't have a great spell at Brighton or at Everton when he moved there, of course. And we don't really like him from Everton, understandably. But something to take into consideration. And the last one I've got for you today is Liverpool's Diogo Jota has scored 9 Premier League goals this season and is looking to hit double figures in a single campaign for just the 2nd time in the competition, 15 in 21-22. The Portuguese forward has scored 5 goals in his last 6 league matches and scored his only previous appearance at the Brentford scored in his only previous appearance at the Brentford Community Stadium in the top flight in 2021. So those are the stats, guys. That's Jerry Knows Bets. Make sure you are checking in, and I mean, if you're placing any bets, check out this content. This content, you ain't gonna get this type of information read from my lips anywhere else. So please make sure. I mean, if you're someone that likes to go and have fun on a match day, check it out. But yeah, look, let's get into it straight off the bat, man. It's going to be a tough game. How we go and improve from here in terms of performance? The only way I see it happen is if we go and play Connor Bradley, people. I'm going to be deadly honest. Connor Bradley has to start for me. We're going to get into the lineup shortly, but he has to start. I think he needs to go and provide width for us. Talking about injuries as well, and this is what we're going to discuss now. We know that Trent is out. We know Thiago's out. We know Soboslai's out. We know Bajcetic is out. Konate is back from his suspension. Bajcetic is still a doubt. Connor Bradley is back after missing 2 games due to the passing of his father. And apart from that, we are quite solid. We've got Endo back as well. We know Salah is on his return, so could make a feature. Does he go straight into that game? We know Klopp likes to go and do that. I hope to see him play, maybe come off the bench and then play 60 minutes midweek against Luton. But it's something that we definitely need to discuss. But these injuries have just come at a bad time because with the Luton fixture that's now compiled and come in between, you know, the game against Brentford and the League Cup final on the weekend, we're now in a situation where we've got 2 games either side of 2 cup finals, so 6 games in the span of like 3 weeks. And it just makes it very, very difficult for Liverpool to even not only necessarily just change the team and move things around, but play the consecutive team week in, week out. And we might get to a situation where we have to go and look at, you know, and I don't want it to be the case, maybe the Carabao Cup final or the FA Cup 5th round against Southampton, where we have to go and rest players because we've got Man City on the horizon, we've got Chelsea on the horizon, and we've got 2 games in the Premier League that are vitally important. And we have to win, in my opinion, every single Premier League game up until the City game in order for us to even entertain going for a title race. It's not in our hands anymore, so we have to assess the situation and stay with City and stay as close to City as possible. So the Premier League have done us with that, but I'm looking at these situations. And look, Liverpool have got the quality to beat Brentford. The question is, are we going to be able to go and do it? It is our bogey team, stat-wise. We have not won there since they've come into the Premier League. They've caused us a lot of problems. Can we go and get the better end of them? That's what obviously we're going to have to discuss now. So look, we're going to get straight into it without further ado, and we're going to get the lineup out. Live. Cool. Hopefully you guys can see this. I'm about to stream that. Guys, make sure we are smashing a like as well. Please smash the like. Get your questions and comments in as well. I'm going to be reading everyone's comments as well after we get into this. So please smash the like. Cool. Now we know, people, we are in a sticky situation. I think Alisson's obviously going to start here. We know Konate is back from suspension. Question is, does Konate come straight back in, or do we see Kwanzaa play? I've got a feeling Konate plays in this game purely because we don't win against Brentford, and it's something definitely to go and look at when we're talking about, you know, putting our best foot forward in these games. I think we've got to go with our strongest lineup, and I think especially in the defensive phase, Konate and Van Dijk is our best partnership this season. We know Matip's out for the rest of the season, so I think Konate's got to play. I think hopefully he can go in and deal with Toney, deal with the likes of, you know, Jan out making runs forward. Do you know what I mean? So it will be interesting to go and see. But for me, Konate is going to play at centre back. At right back, really interesting question. Do we go with Joe Gomez and Robertson at the back, or do we go? You know, do we go Bradley? Does Bradley come back in? Now, Bradley was fantastic for us before, obviously, the passing of his father. Does he come straight back into the side? It's something I want to go and see. So I do feel Bradley is coming in and he's going to go and play. And the reason being is he's deserved it. And that's the reason why. I think he's deserved to go and play games. I think he's deserved to go and start. He's given us a different outlet, especially obviously providing overlapping runs. If we play Joe Gomez, I wouldn't be fussed about that at all. But I think Bradley gives us a different dynamic. I think Virgil van Dijk plays in this game, of course. And this is where it gets interesting for me. I think Joe Gomez drops to the bench and we play Robertson in this game. Now, the reason why we go and play Robertson, I believe, guys, is because I think this gives us a bit more balance. I don't think we do the inverting role with Robertson and with Bradley. I think Bradley, the pacing behind will cause us a lot of problems. Robertson, defensively very switched on and can obviously provide overlapping runs as well. We now have overlapping runs, and I think it will enable us to go back to what we used to do as a club when we went and had Conor Bradley and Robertson. So for me, Joe Gomez has been fantastic. I think Robertson starts in this game, and I think Joe Gomez needs a break. I don't think Joe Gomez has had a break since the injury to Tsimikas. He's not He's not started a game, and I think he's someone that he just needs a little break. And I think Robbo goes straight in for me. In the midfield, we've got another issue as well. Who do we go and start? You know, do we start Endo? Do we start McAllister? I didn't like McAllister on that right side against Burnley, I'm being honest. In the 8th position, I really didn't like him. Is he someone that could potentially come in and you know and play in that situation? Do we play Elliott there, or will it be Gravenberch? I think McAllister's a banker to start, and I think he does go with Endo. I think he tries to go with the same team that we did before, and I think it'll be Endo and McAllister to play. And I think what we might see is a potential change in system where they both kind of rotate and create a double pivot for us, and we have kind of Jones in a more traditional number 10 role potentially. And that just obviously expose the player I'm going to play there. It's going to obviously be Curtis Jones on the left side of midfield. Arguably our best midfielder this season, in my opinion. We have no choice. I think in midfield we have to go with Endo for the defensive solidity he provides. And then McAllister, he's a starter for Klopp, isn't he? So he's got to go and play. We know Soboslai's out. Trent is out as well. And even if he was available, he's never really an option in midfield. It would be Gravenberch or Elliott to be those players for us. And I don't think Gravenberch has been good enough for Liverpool this season. As I've discussed before, and I think Elliott is a bit better off the bench. So I'm going to go with this midfield trio. And then up front, I think it's a very self-explanatory starting lineup. I think Darwin Núñez starts. I think Diaz starts. And on the right, this is where it becomes very interesting. Does Salah go straight back into the lineup, or do we see Diaz potentially drop to the bench, or Jota drop to the bench, or Núñez drop to the bench for the return of the king? That's what I'm looking at. That's the intriguing bit of this that I'm interested about. And I don't think Klopp starts Salah purely because he may not be fit enough. He may not be fit enough. We've got LFCJ saying no, Diaz instead. We've got Endman saying Jota to start. We got Ale here saying Diaz, Núñez, and Salah. Ali A saying Klopp will probably start Salah. We got Alexander De Los saying Salah probably holds bench. And in my opinion, that's what I would do. And I think due to the injuries to Thiago after playing 6 minutes and having 6 touches, obviously Soboslai and Curtis Jones that obviously made comebacks and have now Soboslai and Trent that made comebacks and all of a sudden now are injured. I think we go Diogo Jota and have the option of Salah off the bench. I think he will make the bench in this game. So the lineup I'm looking at, guys, is Alisson in goal, Robertson at left back with Virgil van Dijk and Konate making up the defensive pairing, Bradley coming back into play at right back, Endo starting in the traditional 6 with McAllister and Jones in midfield, with Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, and Diogo Jota up front. And I think at times what we may even see in a game is something like this. Something like that at times, really allowing us to kind of get forward and almost playing in this type of position, when this type of role or this type of system, when we're in position of the ball. You know, you're seeing, you know, Virgil van Dijk and Konate still coming in, look, spreading wide as they would as defenders, spreading really wide. You then have, you know, two right in front. They're covering the middle. There, you get Robertson that's making overlapping runs. You get Bradley's making overlapping runs, and Curtis Jones just floating about. And I think that's what we're going to go and see from him. That's what I definitely see us going and doing. A 2-2 and then a 3 and a 3 kind of. I mean, that's still that box midfield with that box with Virgil van Dijk, Konate, McAllister, and Endo. You've then got Curtis Jones that can float about in those pockets either side of Endo, McAllister in between them, with Robertson and Bradley really giving us width and allowing Diaz and Jota to really come inside and obviously link up with Nunes. So that's the way I kind of see it. Let me know what you think of, obviously, this lineup. Do you guys agree with it? Do you think Klopp will go a different way? Do you think Salah starts? Do we think maybe Gomez plays instead and we play a more, similar type of role? Really interesting to obviously go and see. Get your comments in as well. I'm going to get into some of your comments that you guys have dropped in. Make sure you're smashing the like again as well, people. Please, please, please smash the like. Let's get into it. We've got Ernie Copite. Big up to Ern Copite saying, tricky one, but we will have to believe we can beat Brentford or there's no point talking about titles. Facts, and I think that's what I just said on the terrace before coming off. Liverpool, look, just need to win every single game up until the City game, and then we can assess where we are in terms of how far away are City from us. Are we in pole position to win the league? Do we need to win this game? Can we afford a draw? That's what we need to go and look at. If we don't do our business against Brentford, then really and truly we don't deserve to be even entertaining the idea of winning the league. So it is what it is. You know, and this wasn't expected from me, so I'm very kind of, you know, it is what it is. If we lose, no worries. I think it's where I thought Liverpool were. So it's a win-win for me personally. We've got LFC Aaron saying, I think it's a real banana skin for us. I definitely see it. So Zayn Hanif saying, this is why you need to play the most physical team possible. Yeah, but physicality in what way? Liverpool aren't necessarily a physical side. Robertson's got a lot of running power. If not, he's got more running power than Gomez. Bradley's got a lot of running power. So physicality can come in different forms. I think having Endo in that position, having Jones has got a lot of running power, McAllister's a starter, and then having that front three, it ultimately picks itself. So Gomez is the only really interesting one. Do we go and play Gomez or does Robertson get a start? And I think Robertson's due for a start now and see what he can do, especially against Brentford. Maverick S saying, win pretty, win ugly, no matter what, just win. Forget stats, just perform on the day. Yesterday's price is not today's price. I definitely hear you. We've got James Doherty saying, we need to watch out for Toney, free kicks and pens. He does not move the white lines of. Hope he doesn't move the white lines of the pen spot. Is what it is. I love Toney though, man. Love Toney. We've got Rocco Mancini saying, got to keep winning regardless of how physical are. Business end of the season. The pressure, keep the pressure on City. Respects to you and your viewers from a friendly AC Milan fan. Big up to you, man. Hope AC Milan are doing well, and hopefully Rafael Leao doesn't leave you guys, because I know you guys are very, very excited with what he's doing this season. Although I know he's been off form recently. We've got Ensman in the building with a question saying, to bolster the size of the team. I'm going to pretend that says bolster or bust the size of the team. Would you put Gravs in the left and Gakpo left wing so we have some height? Just a question. Plus, I think the link up between them has been really good. Jones on the right. Look, with Bradley overlapping, I wouldn't be opposed to having Jones on the right. Gakpo left wing is his best position. I think I discussed it on one of my members' shows and it's actually a member show that you guys all have access to, and it's the only one you have access to. So please make sure you become a member on the show, because there's going to be a lot more content like that. But I really dig into the statistics in regards to, you know, his stats, what he's done in terms of where he scored his most goals in his career, the amount of games he's played in every situation. And I'm looking at Gakpo, and the left wing position is somewhere where he thrives. Now, having a Robertson overlapping will help him immensely. because he doesn't have to go and keep width. He can then come inside and cause a lot of problems. And I think that's where he kind of suits in that role. If we go back to his performance against United, the 2 goals come from him playing on the left wing. And that's a game that really stands out for me. The Everton game, of course, another one where he played on the left wing and actually got a goal. Apart from that, he's either played centre forward, he's played more games in midfield than he has at left wing for Liverpool. And I think that's, I mean, not worrying, but it's something definitely to look at. So, Gakpo on the left, yes. With Grav, I'm not going to lie, I'm just not impressed with him. He's very timid. He doesn't have the strength I think you're going to need in this game, or the defensive discipline. I think right now he's a luxury player. I think if things are going well, you can see the talent's there. He's a good carrier of the ball. Can he be more impactful? I think he can be. It's his first season, not really going to get onto him. But for me, I think in this game, I would definitely go with Endo to play ahead of Gravenberch for me. And I think I'd even go Elliott ahead of Grav because I think he just is a bit more busy. I think in this Liverpool team, you've got to be busy in midfield because of the way we're set up. And if you're not, it causes us a lot of problems. Let's go here. But big up to that question as well. LFCJ saying, I fear there will be more injuries between now and the City game. Will have to be interesting. We've got TJ here saying, are you worried about Madrid trying to make a move for Trent? Boy. Not worried, but I think it's something that could definitely happen. I can put it that way. Endman saying, hopefully that makes sense because Brentford set plays are a problem. No. I definitely agree with you. I hear what you're saying. Gravenberch doesn't win a lot of aerial duels, to be fair. So his height is well and truly null and void. So I'd rather have Endo in there for height. Gakpo's the one that I'd have a look at as well. But Liverpool can't go into a game against Brentford trying to do what Brentford are going to do, which is go very direct, but go very long as well. We're a team that like to go direct, but we have to play our own way. And I don't think we can try and combat what they're doing by saying, hey, we need to go really tall as well, because I think that's a game that we can definitely lose, because the game, for me, becomes a 50-50, and we haven't got the physicality to match at Brentford in that regard, in terms of their size. We've got, look, Alisson, from defending set pieces, which is really good in the air, obviously catching balls from set pieces. We've got Virgil van Dijk, Konate, Endo's really good in the air. We've got Nunes as well. Jota can win a header. Robertson, the defender. Look, I think he'll be all right, to be fair. I think he'll be all right. Keep it real saying, I like Thomas Frank, and because he's signing him, I gathered what's that? Oh, 1 second. Keep it real saying, know anything about the Brazilian striker Brentford have just signed? Any chance he's good? I heard he's good, but he needs to prove himself. Yeah, I agree as well. I definitely agree. Alexander De Los saying, if I see Gakpo and Gravenberch, I maybe not watch. Yeah, look, they're not really performing at the level. I mean, Gravenberch is one that's not really playing in his own position. Gravenberch is the one that we look at and we're like, that he still needs to kind of hopefully just wet his feet a bit. Do you know what I mean? And get his feet under the table at Liverpool. So we'll have to wait and see for that. GTV saying, what you're saying, Gomez just getting dashed for Robbo. Yeah, and just as I explained, I think Liverpool, I think we need to try and use the width of the pitch in order to beat Brentford. Diaz doesn't hold width because he's right-footed playing on the left, and Diogo Jota makes moves from out to in. I think Conor Bradley offering us width is really, really good. If Robertson can offer us width, I think it stretches that back five that Brentford might play with. And I think when Brentford go and set up that back five, and we saw it against City really struggled against them in that first half because, although they kept the ball, they were very, very narrow. And I think narrowing the pitch against a team that wants to be compact and narrow is a bit counterintuitive. So I think we need to stretch the pitch with our wide players, but have a narrow base in midfield. And I think Endo and McAllister, if they can provide that and we keep our width, then it definitely helps. Endman saying, gee, don't join last and then start your agendas. In it. He told me he doesn't even like Gomez. That's the worst thing about it. GTV saying, don't you think Brentford want us to play with width because they can just defend the middle? Nah, I think they want us. They don't want us to play wide because they expect us to play narrow. That's the way I see it. TJ is saying, I see you have Bradley in this team. Is he available for this game? Yes. So Bradley's returned. So for me, Bradley goes straight in if he's available. And yeah, so look, guys, that's the team I'm going with. Let me know if you're watching this replay what you think of this team. That's my team. For me, straight away. We got GTV saying, nah, fair's just making sure you're on point. I'm always on point, bro. The mind doesn't fault me. We've got Angel at 68 saying, not for me. Gomez gives us an extra centre back to defend corners. Yeah, but they're not. But I don't know. Him inverting it won't enable Liverpool to do what they want to do, in my opinion. Especially what we've been able to go and do really well, which is have a width. We've got Ale saying, I'm happy with it. Yeah, this is my team, man. So let me know. Let me know in the comments at the end of the show if you're watching this on a replay what you think. I'm going to get straight into the score predictions now, and straight off the bat, I think Liverpool are going to concede. I don't think it'll be a great performance from Liverpool, but I think Liverpool will be able to. I think we concede, but I think Liverpool will be able to get a win. So I'm going to go over 2-1 win over Brentford away from home, 12:30. It will be difficult. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, it doesn't look good when you look at the stats. The fact that Liverpool have not beaten Brentford in the Premier League since they've come in. We've lost every single game at the Community Stadium. And that's without Toney ever scoring against Liverpool as well. So it is going to cause us problems. However, Johan Wissa's only coming back from AFCON now. Toney's in, but Mbeumo's out. It'll be interesting to see how they set up, but hopefully we can go and get the job done. So let me know your scores in the chat as well. We've got Keep It Real saying 3-1. I reckon we do Brentford. We've got TJ saying 1-1 draw. We've got Alexander Delos saying 4-1 Liverpool. Gary Richards saying 3-1 Liverpool. Endman saying 3-1 Liverpool. Nunes, Diaz, Toney and Salah to score. We've got GTV saying 2-2. Angel Knight 68 saying 2-2. Set pieces will hurt us. We've got Bobby Munchkin saying, can we just play with wing backs rather than inverting? We look more dangerous playing with the wings. I think that's what we're going to go to. I think Robertson's going to play in this game. I think Bradley comes in as well. And look, for me, I think Liverpool, if they've got any title ambitions, we need to go and win this game. If we don't win this game, then big questions need to be asked about Liverpool's title aspirations. But at the end of the day, do you know what I mean? I didn't expect Liverpool to be in this position, so I'm not too fussed about the result. I could definitely see it being a banana skin. But this is why, people told me Klopp coming out and telling everyone we're leaving, it should galvanize the fans, it should galvanize the away support, and it should galvanize the players. So anything but a win for a title challenge, do you know what I mean, should be expected, and nothing else is acceptable. So listen, that's something we need to discuss. And then we'll discuss on the tactics and the tactics board after the game. We've got GT saying, I need one of my tutus to come in, man. Yeah, G sounds like he's got bets up. We've got Paul saying Trent could easily join Round now as confirmed. Mbappe is leaving PSG, with Klopp leaving also, and Trent gets nothing but stick in the UK. Trent, Mbappe, Bellingham. I mean, look, he's the one player in our team that could easily go to Real Madrid. We probably offer him a lot of money. I don't think it's going to happen, but it's a potential. It's a potential transfer in the future, especially. And then G saying Klopp coming out. Pause. Yeah, Klopp coming out with the news that he's leaving, bro. Real can't sign both Mbappe and Trent. Facts. And I think that's what it is, man. But look, people, that's been the preview. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Make sure we are smashing the like and hitting the notification bell so you're staying up to date with all the content that's coming out on the Jerry James Show. Yes, I was away in New York, but now I'm back in the content. We've had 2 bits of content today. Like, no one can really complain. Make sure, guys, become a member. Like, I'm telling you, become a member. Like, the content is different. You're going to see me kicking ball. You're probably going to see G kicking ball. We're going to be recording it. You're going to see who's got tech and who hasn't got tech, right? You're going to see deep dives into certain players. We spoke about Gakpo, and that's been released to you guys, and you guys really, really enjoyed it. So if you do, please become a member. It does help, obviously, the channel grow, and it means that I can then get better content out to you, and I can obviously do a bit more of my time. So, guys, appreciate everyone rocking with me. Big up to everyone in the building. And yeah, last couple comments we got asked under the last saying, I have £1. Could you start an Mbappe GoFundMe? I could start an Mbappe GoFundMe if you want. We've got Bobby saying, is it good if we lose to City and win all of our other games? No, it isn't good. No, it isn't good because for mentality reasons, we've got to. Right? We've got Insman saying fire and we've got GTV saying these man ain't ready. Keep it real saying JJ, he's our centre back, the Londoner in our team. There we go, man. People don't think I got. I'm gonna show people my take. But listen, big up to 892 Red Podcast as well. Make sure we're heading over there. We're heading over to GTV. Congrats to GTV as well for the 1K subscribers. This is long overdue, to be fair. He's just been slacking, man. He's just been chilling, not really putting in graft. Doesn't really care. He's just a wrong un. He just says what he wants. Doesn't care about the algorithms. He's just that type of guy. But he's got his 1K now. Megatron's there. The Decepticons are assembling. And look, next season they might be peak. But listen, they're hibernating right now. And big up to everyone in the building. But look, without further ado, it's been the Jerry James Show. Have a great evening. And look, we'll chat about this on Saturday after the game, man. It's been the Jerry James Show. You'll never walk alone, and we are out. Peace.